Upon raiding Kyle Pritt's property in Toledo, Great Ocean Highway 230, and his vehicles, Spade and officers failed to locate firearms, but instead found a weed grow op containing 363 plants and equipment. During investigations, officers did not see Toledo Great Ocean Highway 230 in his properties. His properties was bought within 2 days prior to the raid. Officers wished to find evidence of buying and selling weapons, buying and selling weed, and the contact before purchases of this property.
Wait,
phone
so
calls and text messages.
They admitted to it then.
what?
Yeah, so if they didn't find the property during the course of their investigations,
How did it get into the scope? How did it get into the scope? How? So they fucking knew when they did the warrant. They're like, oh, something popped up. We raided. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Wait till you hear that apparently this was a potentially known weed op.
I'm sorry?
That's yes, exactly. So this is where it's important to talk to the buyer, that the person he bought it from, because the way it sounded like to me, the marshals already had an idea what the fuck it was for. So that inherently, that entire notion is so exculpatory, and where the fuck is that info? But the problem is that I don't think they necessarily understand that their knowledge and information regarding this warehouse potentially being weed related is exculpatory for his exoneration.
Correct.
Because the big defense here is, I literally bought it, went to sleep, and raided it. I didn't know what was inside.
Never went into it. He was asked to wait,
which requires an
until
affirmative
after the
defense,
wedding.
and that cannot happen without that other information. Sorry to cut you off there, Adrian.
No, you're fine. I was he was from what I remember being told, he was asked to wait until after whatever wedding, I think it's Winsong's wedding that was going to be going on, to take full possession of the property, because it was all set up for the wedding, all decorated and all that sort of stuff. And he's like, sure, and then went to sleep. And the embezzlement portion is hilarious because, again, him, Leah, and myself were literally talking about purchasing a warehouse up north for the purposes of a town hall and community center for the county. And we understood that it was going to be expensive because there were none on the open market at the current time. And we told him, yeah, man, just do what you got to do and let's get it so we can do our town halls and shit.
Gentlemen, I got to head to a meeting, yeah?
No, you're good. I've actually got one here in about 30 minutes I'm going to have to pop out for.
Good convo. This thing is fucked.
I guess we'll talk more about the pre-existing knowledge later then, huh?
Oh, yeah.
We'll definitely need to go over that later.
All right.
I'm going to be, after I have to do this meeting, I'm going to be locked up for a couple hours.
Well, gentlemen, I think I'll take my leave there.
Yes,
Likewise.
sir. You enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. You both as well.
Thank you, sir.
Bro,
Tony, man.
they're writing it themselves. No wonder why they didn't add this shit in themselves. No wonder why. No wonder why she was so fucking pressed.
Yeah. Because they know they fucked up big. And they don't want that information made known.
Oh my god. Oh, they really use LSPD as a scapegoat.
Yeah, they have. I told you.
I mean, I know, but I mean, like they for sure. Bro, I feel bad for Spade.
That's what I said. I'm a cynic, bro. I expect the worst from everybody because it's usually fucking true.
I feel so bad for Spade. Getting fucking manipulated to hide the shit from your high command. Getting fucking, Spade and Matt Martin. I feel so bad for them.
Yeah, like I said, it's probably going to cost them their jobs once this flops. I would bet money on it.
Unless they speak.
Yeah, they would literally have to speak up and state that, like, for if I was their boss, if I was, the chief or the assistant chief, they would if this were to get dismissed and they didn't step up and say, hey, we were pushed into this by the marshals, we did not believe in what this was, but we feared for our jobs and our livelihood, and that's the only reason why we went along with it, I would accept that. I would accept the integrity that it took to stand up and say that, and I would reprimand them, and they would get some kind of punishment, but I wouldn't fire them. But if they just let this go and don't step up to the fucking plate and tell the truth, I'd be one to bet their history.
Oh, man. So once we depose Peters, we figure out why this shit was hidden from Spade.
Yeah.
and then these chef's kiss on these subpoenas. Holy fuck.
I know, and that's what the bottom of that subpoena where it says they didn't know about the warehouse. Like,
It shows
huh?
everything. Why was it included into the fucking raid? How did it end up in the scope? They literally
how
said
did
this
they
wasn't
find
part
it?
of our investigation.
Yeah.
So
No,
why was it
during-
part of
during-
why was it in the
during
scope of the raid?
investigation, they didn't find it. So then how did it end up?
How did it come into light? When did you
Yeah.
notice it? And then why did you like literally that's the only property they listed on the search warrant. Why?
Yeah. Because
You-
the marshal, and if what Nino says is true, the marshals already suspected it of being a grow operation.
Like holy shit.
And then, he bought it from Sonia. So if they had her under surveillance,
Oh man. Oh ho ho ho.
Yeah, man.
Ajax, dude. Ajax. I cannot. I'm gonna be reading for a while. I'll
no,
catch
you're
up with
good,
you.
man.
I'll catch up with you, man.
I'm
Holy
about to
shit,
go
dog.
nap for a little bit.
All right,
and,
I might nap a
enjoy
bit
this.
too. So it's holy Jesus. Yeah.